Hey kids, welcome back to Let's Play Tamriel Rebuilt. Last episode we started a mission to kind of protect Calitia here, who the Indoril want to kill. We tried to negotiate a settlement with various people, and basically where we're at now is we have to go back to, well, we don't have to, but basically Loris Delon has suggested that we go to Indoril Danvas in Roadir, in order to try and figure things out with him. Although she suggested that, asked us whether we had a good rapport with him, which I distinctly remember we do not. He had asked us a hypothetical, or not a hypothetical question, but a question about essentially a slave, whether they should sort of mercy kill this slave, and we had said some kind of naive thing about, not really agreeing with slavery, and he had just dismissed us outright. So I don't think this is going to go very well, but I'll be damned if I'm not going to find out what happens if we talk to him. So let's run over to Roadir. I don't think we're going to bring Oliver, just because it's just down the road. Probably going to try and cut across too and see if I can get there faster. Boy, this loading screen is long. I really need to get this game on an SSD. It's I'm going to order an SSD soon. The thing, I'm just low on hard drive space. These making these videos has really pushed my storage capacity to the limit. But yeah, so anyway, loading screens long. Let's go to Roadir. I think we can get there. I guess we should have gone out the other way, huh?
Welcome to
Yeah, in fact, we're gonna just have to go back through here. I think that we shouldn't get another loading screen though. Yeah, no. Okay, good. First time I get a loading screen every time I play the game, it's OpenMW, I think, does some caching of some kind, and it gets better. Okay, wait a second. I need to go like around this, through here, and then we'll go out that way, and then we should be able to just kind of hop across the river to Roadir. Yeah. But it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I have a feeling that we, by not, I could have sort of I've sort of gotten into the habit after a few of these quests of saving before a major interaction of any kind, and but I hadn't gotten into that habit when we were last kind of in Roadir, so I'm kind of paying the price for that now. Okay, wait a second here. How can I get? What's the easiest? Oh, I gotta go up. Yeah, so it's interesting. I'm kind of glad in some ways that like we may end up having to complete this quest in the sort of non-optimal way, and from a role-playing standpoint, that's kind of cool. To not, because the temptation in these games is always to kind of save load everything until you get it how you want, until you get it how you want to roleplay your character, and I think that's legit. I think that's to a certain degree. You in order to roleplay through a game, you do have to sort of understand what's going on, and if you misinterpret one of the dialogue options and you end up doing something that you kind of don't wish your character hadn't done, basically, then god damn it, how do I get out of here? Then then it totally makes sense to sort of save load. But I find like it's cool to do a little bit of a mix. Every once in a while you do something and you kind of regret it. Like on a personal basis, I am totally gonna like jump down here. Okay, but I'm going the wrong way. God, my sense of orientation today is just at an all-time low. Yeah, I think it's interesting to kind of bite the bullet and live with the consequences and kind of play out what happens every once in a while as well. And Morrowind's neat. Morrowind's interesting because there aren't that many decisions that really affect the game in a permanent way, but there are some. So sometimes a quest can go really badly. Sorry. Sometimes a quest can go really badly. And maybe you'll get a reputation penalty or something, but there's lots of ways. There'll be lots more quests that you can do differently, right? So it's not. I feel like we're kind of. I'm going to rest until it's daytime so we can get some daylight here. We don't have our tent or anything, but let's just rest till 6 a.m. But yeah. Yeah, so it's not like some games will have sort of like a karma system. I can remember in Baldur's Gate 2 is one of those fairly early, large scale role playing games where if you did the wrong thing a bunch of times in a row, you could end up kind of stuck down a certain path or whatever. And there are some key choices you make in Morrowind about what house you want to be in. You can kill some characters that break the main quest. Like there are ways that you can kind of really set yourself on a certain path. But generally speaking, it's a forgiving game, but in a very plausible way. Your character interacts in a very complex world that's not black and white. That's one of the things I've always loved about this game. You're not typically faced with a bunch of, even though individually some of these choices may seem like sort of binary choices. Typically, the political situations and the sort of intrigue between the characters and the factions and stuff is complex enough that you can kind of role play some fairly morally. Okay, am I stuck? Am I not going to be able to get out of here? Some fairly morally ambiguous characters without it seeming kind of silly. God damn it! I'm just going to like jump up this. I will absolutely use our dagger of levitation if I can't get over this shit. Okay, there we go. We're good. Yeah. So it's neat. It's neat. I think that's where Morrowind really shines, is by creating a world in which it's plausible to make some mistakes, to have some kind of maybe almost inconsistency in your behavior. Once again, if you go back to some of those like Baldur's Gate 2 era games, or even something like Knights of the Old Republic, I always found those games, they're great games, they're fantastic games, but they do have this fairly, I consider it to be a fairly defined moral spectrum where you're kind of consistently pushed to just, even if there's a gradation of sort of good, neutral, and evil, you're kind of pushed along a path. You're strongly suggested to behave in one way or another, and you can go against the grain. The mechanics of the game will allow you to go against the grain, but it starts to lose the thread in terms of role playing. Man, this city's beautiful. It starts to lose the thread in terms of role playing. You start to do things in the game, even if you can get away with them in game terms, that are kind of inconsistent with your character and the things that the NPCs say to you, and the things your character ends up doing end up sort of not really painting a very consistent picture of your character. So yeah, that's what I think Morrowind does well. Where am I going here? I gotta think here. Okay, so let's just this is a very difficult town to navigate as well. So I'm trying to remember where this guy is. Maybe Crossing of the Lamps. It's not in the Tolman's Hall, I don't think. I think it's either in the Sanctum or the Crossing of the Lamps. So let's try Crossing of the Lamps first, which is, I guess, this building. And I'm going to use the levitation thing because I can't be asked to find the way. Where is my dagger? Did I put it away? Oh, tell me I didn't. Okay, no, there we go. Steel Blade of Heaven. Steel Blade of Heaven. There we go. Crossing the Lamps. I think he's in here. We're looking for Indoril Ilvi.
I'm listening. Friend?
Masera.
Yo, where's Indoril Ilvi? God damn it, he doesn't.
You have something to
doesn't
say
tell me
to
where
me?
he is. It's been I don't know, 10 episodes since I talked to this fool, so. Nope.
Any time now.
Nope.
Yes, Outlander?
There was something else in Ruadir, I remember. Someone, like some Redoran being. Whoa. 16th barrier. Whoa. Huh. Cool. Yeah, there was something about a Redoran
What do you want?
Yeah.
who was like held captive here or something, so maybe we'll look out for that as well. You know, maybe we'll do some latest rumors type. Strange place, strange people. Who builds their audience chamber over a tomb? I don't understand it. Yeah, me neither. Drunken Red Goblin was arrested by the guards for assaulting random people along the road. Not exactly surprising behavior for an outlander, but disgraceful nonetheless. Yeah, keep an eye out for that.
Outlander, what do you want?
I heard our halali merchant was found killed in Almastir. Interesting. Where's Indril Ilvi?
Yes, Outlander?
You are a scout, yeah, because you have the administrative districts dialogue and everything. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a prison where I can find that Redguard woman. Down here maybe, and if not, then maybe in the other building. Oh, that must be him, maybe. I just don't remember. It's been a while.
Go ahead.
I should have like rewatched my own video. I don't really do that. But Indril Danvas. Okay, I think it's actually him we need to speak to. Can I persuade you? I gotta save. See, again, this is one of those quick save situations. Uh-oh. Just persuading him. Okay, perfect. Calitia. Commander Silsey has ordered her men to capture a Halalu agent who's asked sanctuary from the temple. What do you want me to do about this situation? Order the Indril soldiers to stand down so violence can be avoided. I see. When I asked you about the problem of a good death, you offered me very poor advice, remember? I'm not inclined to help you now. This Halalu agent is clearly a sinner. You would do well to surrender her to Commander Silsey's men. Well, that looks pretty final. I think that's it. I think we basically just don't get to you know, to use the diplomatic means here. I don't know whether there's another option that's going to open up for us. We're going to go back to Almastir. Maybe I'll take a boat to Almastir if I can. Not that it was a long walk or anything, but maybe there's a little boat I can take. We don't do that very often. Always nice to check out the fast travel options. Ooh, I can take that lantern. Yeah.
What do you want?
But yeah, so it looks like we're basically gonna have to bite the bullet. You know, honestly, if I have to kill a bunch of Indril guards, I don't mind. I mean, I don't think Hlena particularly wants the bloodshed either. But and I know that the temple doesn't. But where is there a boat here? Yeah, there's a boat down there. Let's see if we can take that boat. There's like a little boat there. Neat. This is a really interesting town. We've been spending a lot of time in this one area, and that's something I've been thinking about as well. I kind of like that.
What is this about?
Morrowind has a way of sending you off on wild goose chases, you know, with directions that inspire you to look at the wiki and look at the online map to figure out how to finish them. And this quest series has been very good about keeping us in one area. It's kind of nice to sort of inhabit one area of the world for a while. Can you? Do you? I just need I need a ride.
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
Delicate problem? Indril nobility? Most of the Dark Elves here serve House Indril, but they're not really Indril themselves. The Indril are the nobles. They all go by Indril such and such. Yeah, I think we've heard that before.
Your turn to talk. Ours to listen.
I thought that there would be a fast travel point there. Hello. Please leave this poor Oregonian alone. I must do my work, or the masters will beat me.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I guess we'll just walk. Yep. That's fine.
You may speak.
Do you offer a boat service to Almastir? Oh, you must. No! Oh, I see. That's sort of how I'm supposed to get across there. I'm curious, actually. Let's just see where he drops us. Probably just... Now, can I take... Oh, we don't... There's no return trip. Is that... Or is it up here? Or across or something. Well, that was kind of a waste of time there, but did I get an autosave when I did that? No, I quick saved in there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah. Another unnecessary delay on my part here, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. I kind of wish that there was a boat to almost here. I am a big fan of the kind of immersive fast travel that Morrowind has. I totally get why having fast travel like say Skyrim does is appealing. I get it. I just I think Morrowind really benefits from pushing you to kind of explore and look around the world. I think when Morrowind came out, there weren't really open world games, you know, with sort of properly 3D accelerated graphics, and so I think, you know, pushing the player to explore in this way it made a lot of sense. And as soon as you introduce a fast travel system like Skyrim has, you change the nature of playing the game. Playing the game becomes really, you know, you really end up just kind of like clicking on the map to go places, you know, and you don't, unless you force yourself to kind of role play and walk around and explore on foot, you don't typically develop a sense of orientation around the game. Now, watching me play, you know, my sense of orientation is often pretty scattered, and especially when I'm doing these videos, I tend to get distracted and lose track of where I'm going. But you know, just walking around the game and not relying too much on a sort of point and click fast travel really changes the relationship you have with the game world. But I like. But that being said, I'm in favor of having as much of the fast travel options around as possible. Boats, you know, silt striders, like the more immersive options for fast travel, I think are quite beneficial to the gameplay and also contribute to the sort of world building. So those mods, who was it? Abbott's mods that like animated the Guar, that animated the fast travel and stuff. They were really cool. Is it up here and then down? I think it's like there or something. Yeah, they were really cool. The ones that animated the silt striders and boats, and unfortunately, they do sort of work with OpenMW, but they're weird, and I'm not convinced that they're working as intended. God damn. That's down. There we go. Thank you. Right, back to the temple. Let's figure out what's going on with this quest. Yeah, no, the Abbott had these great mods a long time ago, like made in like 2007 or something, and they animated the silt striders and stuff, and it'd be great if someone could get them working smoothly and nicely in OpenMW. Right, do we have to kill a bunch of folks? Drop quick save. Hello. Jeller Indo refused to forgive Calitia. Okay, right. Yeah, I talked to him. So I don't know. Interesting. I'm not. Doesn't look like I'm Indorel Ilvi. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like I have much of a choice here. Maybe I can try and intimidate the guards here. Just gonna get my fatigue back.
Welcome to Almastir, good pilgrim.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't. I can't think of any other options. Like, what happens if we? Yeah. Okay. Let's. I'm just gonna load here for a second here. We can also go back to. We can also go back to the sort of local Indril Silsey or whatever her name is, and see if we can get her to. We can maybe intimidate her instead of intimidating the guards. But yeah, I think this is going to end in bloodshed. Do I have my good swords and stuff? Yeah. Okay. God, I'm still... Yeah, okay, up here. It's a confusing canton. Yeah, Morrowind's come a long way, too. I can remember playing this game on the Xbox, the original Xbox, and... the resolution was a lot lower, the draw distance was minuscule, there was no distant terrain of any kind, and I gotta say, this is one game that's, you know, I don't think I would have a hard time going back to playing it vanilla, right? I would have a hard time going back to playing it vanilla, and because a lot of the mods have just made it playable, and it's not because I have a pretty high oh god, have I gone the wrong way? I have a pretty high tolerance for, you know, games that don't have very good graphics, games that kind of have a little bit less intuitive interfaces, and, you know, older games in general. I tend to, I don't play a lot of new games. I don't play a lot of games that have just come out. I don't like to spend, you know, a huge amount of money on games. I don't like to spend like $80 getting some, you know, newly released game. And so I tend to spend a long time. I tend to buy a few games and play them for a very, very long time. But this is one game that has that I think what's happened to the game over the past 10, 15 years in terms of modding has completely changed it. Not the essence of what the game is about, but the, you know, how it feels to play it. Yeah. So, all right, let's give it one more crack at the commander here. Oh, we really just don't have any option here. Let's see if I can.
May I help you, Outlander?
I don't think there's another option. I don't think there's another option. I don't see anything here that's... Yeah, I don't see any other option here. So we will just we'll start stabbing basically.
Welcome to Almasdir, good pilgrim.
Can I
Your wounds are great.
tell these fools to disperse? Listen, Loris Delon told you to negotiate with the Indril. Tell these fools to disperse before I send them all to oblivion. Just say the word and I'll make them disperse. You would be okay killing them? I have sworn an oath to defend the temple from all its foes, no matter who they were. I will do it gladly. Okay. Wait, I don't... What just happened?
Welcome to Almasdir, good pilgrim. A dark abyss awaits you.
Probably nice to have, I hope I didn't just stab that Ordinator. I'm really not good with this sword. Okay, wait a second here. Dead weight, basically. This one. I really need to get some training for this bloody sword. Yeah, in fact, I think I just hit this person, though. You violated the law. Oh my god. Okay, so now I'm being told to... Okay, there must be a better way to do this. Let's just... Whoa. There must be a better way to do this. Perhaps I'm not supposed to kill them. I didn't quite understand what happened there. It's interesting. Oh, I see. Okay, because I attacked them and then it just queued this dialogue. Okay. Alright, tell these fools to disperse. Go ahead and kill them now. So I have to let him kill them. It truly is a pleasure to see you.
Warm welcome to you.
Huh. So do I sort of stand by and watch? What if I take a stab at them? Probably best let the Ordinator do his job. Maybe I can heal the Ordinator. Heal companion. Might as well train up my restoration.
The dark abyss awaits you.
It'd be really interesting to do this questline if we were a Hlaalu character, and we had sort of a vested interest in the Enderelf foot soldiers are dead. You know what? There's one other thing. There's one other thing that I didn't try, and this is getting a bit tedious here, but let me just drop a backup save here. And there's one other thing that we didn't try that I seem to remember, autosave. I think we can maybe get her to escape with us.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
Follow me and I will escort you to the Hlaalu lands where you're safe. Right. Why are you here? What do you think we should do? Alright. Follow me and I'll escort you. It'd be safe on the west side of the river, but do you think that's wise? The Enderelf soldiers would try to capture you the moment we walked out of that door. Don't worry, I will protect you. You will? Thank you, Hlena. You truly are a kind and pious person. I will follow you. Take me across the market bridge to Hlaalu side of the river. Once there, I can safely make my way on my own. Okay. So, I'm just going to drink a small fatigue potion here. And I'm going to get out the sword that I'm actually good at using. Because I have a feeling they're going to attack us. Do you have anything to say about this? So, yeah. And yeah, I totally forgot about this option. Great. Well, I'm much happier about that.
Praise Melach. What brings you to the Holy Crossing of Almas?
I see you brought Calitia to us. That's good. I'm escorting her out of the city. Stay out of my way. You what? That is unacceptable. We have our orders. Hand her over. I will not argue about this with you, soldier. I'm escorting her out of here, and that's the end of it. Go on then. Walk her to the damn river for all I care, but you'd better walk fast before we change our minds. Interesting. Wow. Okay, well, I'm glad we've explored all the options here. I mean, short of convincing any of the people along the way. Wow, they let us walk by. We didn't have to kill them. Okay. So, yeah, I guess we're just walking her through here. In some ways, this would have been much easier to just do this from the start, I guess. But I'm kind of glad that we tried all. We sort of tried all the different possibilities, including, you know, just taking out our sword and stabbing them.
The
I almost forgot about this option.
its currents run calm.
So yeah.
Outlander?
I see you, Hlena. I see you escorting the Halalu henchman. Shame, shame upon you. I will never forgive this.
That is quite enough.
Huh. Huh, interesting. Well, those guards do have a reason to not tangle with me. I think after everything that happened in Kalan, we easily could have just you know, cut them just to ribbons, basically. We're going to the west side of the river, which that's where we are now, isn't it? How far do I have to go? Take me across the market bridge to the Halalu side of the river. Once there, I can make my way on my own. Aren't we here now?
Something moved in the water. Something big.
Oh, maybe it's like all the way over here. The next river over or whatever. Oh, thank you for escorting me out of the city, Hlena. I'll make sure that I'll never show my face again in Alma's Tier. Here, I want you to have these scales of profitable imbalance. You can use them to haggle with merchants and strike better deals. A clever invention, wouldn't you say? Thanks again. You're a true friend of House Lalu. Well, not so much. But thanks. What are these scales? What are they? Like armor or something? Oh, scales, like a scale. Wow, they're heavy. Fortify mercantile skill, 5 to 20 points. That's cool. That's cool. So this is kind of a cool item. Sort of like almost like you would weigh things, you know, like you'd weigh the gold or weigh whatever you're trading. Sort of like a magical item, but also sort of a real world item as well. Interesting quest reward. Well, let's go see Loris and see what how she feels about it. I think some of these quests, from my sense of how they're designed, what do you have to say for yourself? I think some of how they're designed, you tend to get better rewards for doing the more challenging, you know, course of action. But we managed to do it without bloodshed. I was convinced there for a hot second that that this was not going to end well. So yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that outcome. We always find a way, huh? Are these guys going to stand here forever now, Morrowind style? Hey, I'm back.
Warm welcome to you. Well,
Find a way to defuse the situation. Bloodshed must be avoided. Okay. You escorted Calitia out of Alma's Tier. Well done, Hlena. Here's a scroll to reward your good work. I will refer this matter to the Office of Intercession. They will contact both the great houses to try and ensure that this unfortunate business is finally put to rest. I will make sure to mention your name to Major Domer and/or Orothi and let him know that your bravery was instrumental in diffusing the situation. Now, about your duties. Can I get some advancement? As it happens, I have no further duties for you. However, Eileen Teloth in the Office of Intercession has asked to speak with you. It is a great honor to be working for the Major Domo's office, Acolyte. Make me proud. Interesting. So what skills do we need for the temple, I
I'm very
wonder?
happy to make your acquaintance.
Let's see here. I can't remember. Unarmored Alchemy, Restoration, Mysticism, Conjuration, Blunt Weapon. Alchemy and Restoration are probably our best bets. We need, what, one skill at 40? Yeah, we're quite a ways away, actually, from getting to one of these skills at 40. Shortblade's 70. That's not bad. I thought we had higher shortblade than 70. But it's pretty maxed out at this point. Mysticism. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be one of these two. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to go up to the Office of Intercession. I'm going to cut this episode short soon. But I'm going to go up to the Office of Intercession and see what the next mission is. The next quest, I guess. That was all the way upstairs, I think, the Office of Intercession. Let me just double check here. Recording, Ordinator Barracks. Yeah, it's up top. Yeah, we really did kind of explore all the alternatives there. It involved a little bit of running around back and forth, but that's okay. Sorry, I just stopped the recording for a second there. Right, so we're going to go to the plaza here. And we're going to go to see what our next duties are. It'll be interesting. I'm very excited to get sort of further down this quest line, see how much... I think it's quite a long quest line. My goal is to finish it in this chapter for sure. I wonder whether we'll be doing some more... some sort of... Is this it? Yeah. Some more combat-based quests at this point. Although we've had a few options for those kind of quests
You
for
flatter
sure.
me with your attention, Outlander.
Are you here to serve the Sun Temple by performing duties? Ready to work for the Office of Intercession Acolyte. Good. However, before I give you any duties, we need to talk about Loris Delan. Interesting. Yes, your former superior. We have received some letters about her. The writers of said letters have expressed their concern that she's not... How should I put this? She's not entirely impartial when it comes to the conflict between House Indoril and House Lalu. Given the recent events, I feel obliged to find the truth of the matter. You know Loris Delan quite well, wouldn't you say? How do you view her? Do you think she favors one house over the other? I think we will stay neutral on this. I don't think that... I mean, Hlena certainly doesn't favor one over the other. In fact, she's aligned to the Redarin, which is kind of neat for us doing this quest line, sort of not being involved. I also just don't think she has any reason to dislike Loris. I think Loris has, been a merciful character who's avoided bloodshed. So, I think we'll say she has no favorites. She also, I think, in an earlier quest, encouraged us to not kind of... Yeah, when we were handing out those leaflets, she encouraged us to not imply. Although I guess those were Indoril sort of. They had sort of an Indoril bent to them. Those leaflets we were handing out. So I don't know. Let's just say she has no favorites, though. Really? That's not what I've heard. It's been brought to my knowledge that she's been inclined to take the side of House Lalu, judging by the things that have happened. I don't think they're completely unfounded. It's a shame. A temple priest shouldn't choose sides like that. Well, you've answered my question. Are you ready for your duties? Sure. I've received a letter from Serinthal. From Serinthal, I guess it's a town. They require our aid. It's a temporal infirmary dedicated to Saint Seren, where pilgrims rest to heal their wounds from their journeys, and ordinators rest from their injuries from combat. Alv Lethros, the healer in charge of the infirmary, has written to me requesting our aid. Go to there and help him. Serinthal is located north of here on the eastern side of the river, just a mile east of Old Ebonheart. Right, so we get to go on the road again here. Now, have we been there before, I wonder? I think we have, but... Oh. Maybe not. Mile east of Old Ebonheart. Huh, so it looks like we're going to new territory. I think that I am going to end this episode here. We are going to walk to Serinthal next episode, and that will be a new adventure which will take us to a new area of a new town anyway. And yeah, very excited to see that. So I hope you're enjoying this series. It's been a bit slower the last couple of episodes than our 3-episode romp through Kalan, but very much enjoying these quest lines and exploring the quest writing and these sort of more text-based quests than what you're normally accustomed to in Morrowind. So hit the like button if you're enjoying this. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll be back soon. Ciao.